Oh, all messy back here. Hey guys, it's me. Hello. Hi. Is it showtime?
I
I hope.
don't.
Oh, we are live. Okay, I wasn't sure, guys, because I'm out of storage. But anyway, hello. It's me, Krista Marie. Reality with Krista Marie, and we have Gabby with us today. She's
Hello.
our French Gabby, who I love to recap with, and who's going to talk slow because I see. The other day you were perfect, or maybe I'm just getting used to you. You there? Oh no, where'd she go? All right, guys, hold on. Gabby, I guess she's gonna come back in a minute. Okay. Oh, there she is. Let me bring her back up.
I'm here.
You there, Gab?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh.
Yes, I'm here. Just cutting off. What's happening?
I don't know. Everybody can hear us, right?
Yes, I'm here, and I have my computer just in front of me, so
there.
I on the screen.
We're not doing this.
Okay.
All right, guys. So we're live on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. We'll be on TikTok. I feel like I'm being choked by this necklace. TikTok. Did I forget anything? No, not TikTok later, but Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. And this is Vanderpump Rules. And we are going to recap it, talk about it. Because I feel like this is a really good episode. I'm sorry if I keep you stay right there. It was a really good episode. Come here. And I think it was a really good episode, and there's a lot of stuff to talk about. And there's a lot of I did a lot of what?
Very good episode, is sure. And we have so much stuff.
I know, and it's I'm really, really, really not happy with Katie at all. So, but we'll get to it. Well, all right. So I did Whose Side You On. I did Katie and SHEENA, and I listened to the podcast that SHEENA did with SCHWARTZ, and I agree with SHEENA, but I don't know. Okay, we'll get there. But anyway, so we're going to recap it and then we'll talk about it. So when we first walked in, I was so taken off by when Lisa walked into Peter, and me too, Lauren, I agree. When Lisa walked in and told Peter he should be more upset than I don't know if she's more upset than you are, or you should be devastated. I don't know. And Peter was I agree. I mean, I don't know. Peter got dumped, and then that thing was that was just a weird scene. I don't even know why they would show that part. Didn't you think that was odd?
I find very strange the way she said to him, I never done before, so I don't know. And I was like, Peter, what she said that?
I know. And what the heck? What if he was upset about it and he was trying not to think about it at work and you just told him he should be?
I had the same face like Peter. I had the same face because I don't understand why I am in a job, I'm doing something, and you come with that thing not very happy to me. Why?
Yeah.
Like a mom, like a mom say, I told you don't do that, and you do it. No, this thing a mom do. I feel that too.
And then so that was odd. But I guess that's not a thing. So we know that that's not happening anymore. And it was a good thing because I thought that was an odd couple anyway, and he really liked her too much anyway. But I was taken back when Raquel started crying right then and there. I mean, Lisa just pulled it out of her, the whole crying thing, but I didn't think that. I felt really bad for Raquel at that moment because when Lisa walks back and talks to her because she was late, and she tells Lisa about Graham, and that was my other poll about Graham, but we'll get to Graham. Obviously, she says, you're still in love with James, and it's she said I dumped Peter, which was, thank God. And Lisa's you're still in love with James, and she just oh my God, I felt so bad for her because it's one thing to know that the dude's not good for you and you break up with him and then he doesn't move on right away or something, or he still wants you or he's still trying, you know what I mean? But he just moved on, told her that he's protecting his heart, he's just being he's really hurt. So the things that he says, my cat's looking around the room she's watching something. Anyway, the things that she says is so mean, but it's because he's just so hurt by Raquel that he wants. I don't know if he wants her to hurt, but he's I'm in love with her. She's the love of my life, and that's hard because they're it was a healthy thing for them to break up. I think Raquel and James, but it's just a shame because I feel what she's maybe Lisa said, she's lost her way. I mean, Lisa's real judgy this season, but she is their mom. But
Yes.
I understand. Yeah, I understand what she said too. Like, she was with him for so long. It's like, you know, he couldn't make her happy because he was just, you know how he is. And the fact that he literally hooked up with Lala and we knew it. Oh God, we're gonna get to it. And I understand about the whole friend group thing too. And we're gonna get to the part with as much as I can't stand the way that Lala treats Raquel. I was like, Raquel, what are you doing? What are you saying right now? But anyway, so we get to the sandwich shop, right? The sandwich shop. The first thing we get to see though was like exciting though. The sandwich shop, and all right. Did you guys who watched it? Did you watch it? Were you watching Katie and Ariana talk?
Yes, I watch it.
Did Ariana look odd to you or different or anything? I didn't even think it was Ariana. I thought it was like Katie's sister or something.
She's changing. I don't know. It's not like they are mirroring like each other. They're gonna look like very physically like sister. It's very strange. When we see them speaking. I don't recognize Ariana during.
I did not recognize Ariana. Katie, I recognize because Katie never changes. But I'm looking. I'm like, oh, she must have brought her friend or her. It wasn't. I didn't think it was Ariana. And I'm looking at her face, and she didn't have any makeup on. What's that? But I've seen Ariana without makeup. And then I'm like, did she lose too much weight? Or maybe I'm just looking at it weird. Maybe I don't have my glasses on. So maybe I don't know. Maybe if you guys check that scene out again, because then I was watching her. Hi Terry. I was watching in her. I agree, Lauren too. Her interviews, confessionals, and I was like, well, there's Ariana that we know. But I did not think it was her at first. But so did you hear the part? Okay, so she said something about the investor thing, and she said one thing we learned is not to use our own money.
Oh yes.
Is that good or bad?
Yes, because when at least it just a little bit sequence when she's speaking about she was the guinea pig. She said I was the guinea pig.
Well, I mean, why not use your own money? What if you lose? When you have if you lose your own money, at least you're not losing somebody else's money. You know what I mean? Yes. I didn't understand that.
But I think when you take investor, because you want to lose all your money, I think in some way it's very intelligent because somebody wants to invest in you. It takes the risk too. But
so they don't have to pay those people back if it doesn't work out.
Yes, because you go in bankruptcy.
Oh shoot, that's a good idea. Then. Okay, all right, yeah. I agree. But so I know by just from what Adam said that they did actually get the sandwich shop spot and that it's perfectly placed between Sir and Pump and and then Tom Tom or something. It's all very in between every one of the restaurants, which is perfect.
It's a Vanderpump, park too, every fan.
Yeah, walking one, yes. And then there's the other, and the sandwich shop has a bar, or they serve alcohol, so that's even nice. Yes. That's a nice lunch. I think no matter what, they will do well.
And okay,
what do you think?
of that scene?
The sandwich shop.
I really want to see what it's gonna be because I think it's a good adventure to see Katie and Ariana because it's very strange in the beginning of Remember Vanderpump Rules. Katie was friends with Darcy and Kristen, and Ariana was a little bit isolated like a SHEENA. It was the witch of WeHo like that. And now we see everything changing. We see the relationship something. So I hope it's going to be a good adventure. I really want to see woman in that show have a business and making it.
Yeah, especially since what we also had the other one. The person who still named nameless, remain nameless, had what did they have? Wait, Meemaw's beer cheese. What happened to Meemaw's beer cheese?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Did they ever have anything else? Did Dickhead ever have anything else? Probably not. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah, so many, maybe her eyebrows look. I mean, I just feel like she had no makeup on that day. Probably no eyebrow. I know what I look like if you could see what I look like with all this off, I probably look totally different too. So, yeah, but I was like, okay, it's still her, but it was just odd. And then I was like, I didn't even know if I was going to say anything about it, but I mean,
she's always cute. She always cute. So
she's so cute. I love her and Tom because, guys, in case I haven't said it 1,000 times. I am a Sandoval. I love Sandoval. I've loved him from day one. I don't think he did. In my
Yes.
eyes, he does no wrong. I love Sandoval. I do. And then watching him in The Most Extras, I was like, no, I really love Sandoval. But okay, so then we get to the Sheena showing up to Tom's apartment for the podcast. Now, I love that Tom has his own apartment. Who's Joe, by the way? Why do we even talk about her if we weren't going to meet her? But maybe we'll meet Joe. I don't know who Joe is. Joe's
We never meet her. He said
never.
He's her best friend, like a sister.
Yeah, maybe he just needs a roommate. But I mean, maybe she doesn't want to be on camera. Maybe she doesn't want to be on camera. You know, that's not for everyone. You know. How much is the sound you're supposed to? I don't know. Okay. So I listened to the episode. Now going into it, I would think that they would have said something to Katie first, maybe. Like, hey, Katie, Tom's going to do a podcast with you. I mean, did you think that they had to ask Sheena's permission to do a podcast about it? Or, you know, I don't think so. I don't know, maybe like mention it. I'm going to do Sheena's podcast because you would think that they would want to support each other. Everybody support each other's things. So why wouldn't he want to go on a podcast? But like, why would it be a big deal? But then the things that they talked about, I listened to it too. Now, knowing now that Katie said that if it happened, it would be okay. Not that I'm condoning being with somebody in the friend group, but Katie has. All right, so she blames Sheena basically for like saying. Did you guys think that Tom sounded like Sheena was pulling things out of him, taking advantage of him? He was vulnerable. And pushing things on him and making him say things he didn't mean about Raquel. I mean, did it sound like that to you at all? It didn't to me. He had his podcast voice going on, and he looked comfortable. I don't know. Oh my God, I didn't realize Gabby wasn't here. I'm just going to wait for Gabby to answer me, and she's gone again. Guys, I love that I get so sidetracked. I tried to do your cats. I get sidetracked because I always want to see what you guys are saying. Just know I'm watching you guys, what you're saying. So maybe I never Gabby went. I do. I love Sandoval. Yes, that. I'm just going to fly with the mustache for this season. I was trying to talk. Can you guys please talk Jason into growing his mustache, please, for the season of Vanderpump? Please, Jason. Please talk him into it because I'm doing crop tops. I'm going to do hoop earrings. Here she comes. I'm going to do hoop earrings and stuff. Like, you're back.
I'm here.
Are you there?
Yes,
right,
I'm here.
Okay, I was talking to myself, I thought.
I'm sorry. I just.
It did, Lauren? Oh, so it's okay. It's okay. I just want to make sure you got back. Okay, the podcast. It's called Shenanigans. Is that what you're saying? Oh, okay. What's the problem with the podcast? Okay, well, that is the problem. Obviously, it's the problem, but the way that Katie went after her, so, like, they're in the apartment. I mean, okay, thinking about, okay, this is another thing, too. Now, Raquel might be in the wrong for hooking up with somebody in the friend group, but Sheena, on the other hand, the way they have treated her, no matter what, the way Katie's treated her, the way we've all treated her, and it just proves that if they're this, that they blamed everything on her. They've always treated her. I really wouldn't care at this point, because if you've told me that it's okay, whether you're drunk or not, that's on you, boo. You don't go into court and say, hey, judge, I was drunk, and you get a pass. Oh, then then it doesn't matter. It doesn't go away just because you're drunk. I mean, you know what I mean? So it's like, the text message, Katie did say that she wouldn't mind it, but I also feel like it's wrong too, because like, I think Tom was unhappy no matter what, right? I feel like Katie thinks that the restaurant is what made them, that's caused their divorce. And then, because she's like asking Tom, when they were sitting down, was it worth it? Was it worth it? And it's like, he wasn't, you weren't happy. He wasn't happy with you anyway. You know what I mean? Like, whatever, it was just the restaurant. Maybe that was just like what it took for them to realize that, like, that this isn't a marriage. Like, maybe this isn't our forever. Like I said, I feel like they're high school sweethearts, because we grew up with them kind of like they were really young. And that was just like the obvious next step, and then you loved each other for so long. And then, like they were friends, same friend group. And but all the things over the years, like I really thought they had a good marriage. And then, everybody is away from their partner when they're starting a new business. That's going to happen. And yes, she is an absolute mean girl. By the end of this episode, now, just because I agree with the friend group thing, I don't like her any longer. And I don't like Lala any longer either, but we'll get to it. So, okay. So then now let's get to Graham. Okay. Because now we go on to, after this podcast now, do you guys think that do you think that the restaurant is what ultimately broke up Schwartz and Katie, or do you think they were going to break up anyway? And did you think that Katie did it for any other reason? It seems like she just did it because of obvious reasons. She wasn't happy. He wasn't making her happy. I don't know if maybe, it's hard to get anything for him to say anything. I don't think Schwartz is weak. I don't think that he's sneaky or sneaky. I don't think he has any ill intentions. I don't ever see him be nasty or mean or disrespectful to anybody but her, unfortunately. So, I mean, and infertility, I mean, I don't think that was I don't even know if that was it either, because, I don't think it was infertility, but, I mean, I feel like she could still have a baby if she wanted.
I don't think so. It was infertility. When you say she takes the story of the restaurant like something to have the right to go away because maybe she was not happy. I think the problem maybe he was friend with Tom Sandoval. His wife was Katie, and he was on middle these two big strong personality. He can be himself with these strong people around him like that, because there's two people take power on him every time.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. That's a good point.
Who can be himself? Remember the last season? It was always, a fight between Tom, Sandoval, and Katie.
Katie, yeah.
It was the middle. Now she said, "You chose more this restaurant than me." It's always someone else. But at the end, did she ask him, "What do you need? I do to let you be yourself first?" Because it's a question she never asked him.
That's true. That is true.
True. If you are not friends with your husband and your wife, what is your purpose of your relationship? She's not friends.
You're right. She's not even letting him have this. She's making him feel guilty for having this restaurant still. This poor guy, guys. Look, I mean, he said I am to blame. It's not the restaurant, but he doesn't ever really I just feel like they were going to break up anyway, they were doing it. It just sucks because I don't know. But real quick, I forgot to talk about the Marry Kill F game that they played. And we knew that he would F Lisa, but he said he would marry Raquel. And I was like, that right there, I was like, look, if they would get together and fell in love, not just, you know what I mean, the date, then that would be maybe worth a conversation with Katie. Look, we really like each other. We think that we can make each other happy. We're not just, for her. Because I didn't agree with that. That's, if you're going to do that, don't say nothing. But anyway.
It was just a joke, and we see Katie go sparring with that thing. I don't listen to the podcast. Do you listen to the podcast with SHEENA and Tom?
What?
Do you listening the podcast with the SHEENA and Tom? Yes, the podcast. Yes, singing. Did she had any reason to get mad, Katie, after listening this podcast? You listening?
I don't really. I mean, okay. There's one part where he does say, where we did see it already. He said, "Well, back to Raquel," and you could tell he's more thinking about it. And at that point, I wouldn't have. I know Katie did tell SHEENA it's okay, blah blah blah. No, I mean, no. The way she treated her, no. She didn't. Because listen, you're supposed to support your friends anyway. So whether he was going to talk about this shit, she didn't pull anything out of him. They are two grown adults. You know what I mean? She's not forcing him to say anything or do anything. He's being honest. I just think they should have kept the Raquel talk a little, and there's no reason really to keep throwing it in her face, really, if you're not throwing it in her face, but putting it out there if you're not going to do it.
Yes.
Don't even make it a thing if it's not going to be a thing. But if it's going to be a thing, then maybe that's a good conversation. Then you have a conversation about it. But, but because Raquel's also
Wonderful woman. She's a wonderful
she's
woman.
hurt too. Like she's hurt too.
Do you think Raquel can be the good person for Tom Schwartz? Can more
Yes.
than anything?
Yes.
They
Yes.
can be a good couple together.
Yes.
Maybe. Yes.
I do.
What make you think that? Because
I think that Tom has such a genuine, sweet, kind personality like she does, and they're both smart. They're both successful, and I think they're good friends. And I just feel like they're just two really good people. That doesn't mean two good people should be together, but I think they look good together too. And I think that she's marriage material.
Yes,
maybe not get married, but like nobody has to absolutely get married. They can stay together and just be together for a long time, like Sandoval and Ariana, Goldie and Russell. You know what I mean?
Of course.
But they don't have to get married. But I would definitely kill Lala too. By the way,
well, I will tell you that it's a secret between me and all your followers and all people see that. But I think Raquel can be really the good person for Tom Schwartz because she can treat him with respect and love. They can grow together. I want to make them together. I really want to make them together.
Maybe we could get a petition, and then we could get Adam to talk to Sandoval, and then Sandoval can talk to Schwartz, and like send that out there, like send that into the universe, like out there.
People on Twitter, make an hashtag Raquel and Tom Schwartz forever.
Yes, we'll do it, guys. Shh, don't talk Katie. Don't talk Katie. I don't want her to music kill skate my face or something.
No.
All right, so grammars. I really believe that she's sharing custody of Graham with DJ James, because that is his dog. There's no way. If you try to take her, there's no way. Like, he's already lost his girlfriend. Why? She doesn't have to see him to exchange custody. You know what I mean? She could walk down the Vanderpump Dogs, and then he could pick Graham up, and then they wouldn't even have to see each other. You know what I mean? Cutting him out doesn't mean you have to cut Graham out, because you're still seeing DJ James at the places.
Yes, but
so why should Graham not be with him too?
He paid the half of the charge for veterinary and all the care of the dog or not? They are sharing the bills of the dog or not? Because it's a question when you share custody. Who pays the
bills? But still, I think just bigger than that. Like, that's his dog. Like, that's your dog. He lives with him.
Yes,
like, I don't think it's fair to take him completely away from her.
But did he ask after the dog? Did he just say to her, okay, maybe? But did he ask this conversation? Because for me, I'm a little bit like he moved on so fast with someone else. And he forget the dog, he forget her, and now he's sick. He say, oh, it's my dog. But did you call for the dog?
I just feel like it's definitely about the dog. I think he does miss the dog more than he misses. I think he's happy with Allie. I like Allie. I think she needs, maybe I hope that she can tell James, when enough is enough, if he gets out of hand with drinking and stuff, but I feel like she's also right about, you kept the secret. How could you learn from the secret if, because we see that once he does see Graham, Raquel brings up the whole, I'm jumping ahead. I don't want to jump ahead, but I think that Allie is a good girl for him, but so is Raquel. So maybe if James doesn't overdo it with the alcohol, and he just maybe watches his tongue a little bit more, and isn't just, how he used to snap at Raquel all the time, he's kind of called her dumb when he kind of called her dumb a little bit in the show, in his interview again.
Yes. I think maybe they were more in, on someone who taking care of you and the person who you take care, relationship that someone in love, she just take care of him. He just accepting to be cared like a baby, like a kid. So it's not, a good and equal, relationship and love relationship. It was more, I take care of you because I love you, but I take care of you like a baby, and I don't give you the opportunity to be an adult, in some way. He doesn't have this, and maybe with his girlfriend of the moment, he was more happy because I think it's more, him, but not, but in good way, not in the,
What I mean, I mean, I agree with him being California sober too. Like, you know, like
Yes.
I mean, because I said before, like, you don't ever get sober. Like, I got sober. I went to rehab so many times. The first 17 times for other people because I had to. I was forced to. It was always for somebody else until I went and like what happened with me. Like, I finally did it for myself. Is when I was able to just do it, and stay clean and just, So like, if he wasn't ready, he just did it for her. But he knows, and he had enough sober time. 2 years is a long sober time to so at this point, you know how to get sober, you know how to stay sober. So if he has to, I don't know.
What is California sober, Krista?
And that means like you just smoke weed.
Okay.
Like you quit all drugs and just smoke weed, like me.
Okay. Now you can find in
it's legal there.
Yes, CBD, everything like that. Is Tamara? She doesn't have a brand of CBD. She sells that now. Tamara from around.
Yeah. A CBD and weed, or
yes, she said it's a Vina CBD. Her brand calling it Vina, things like that. Everybody said it's a good brand. I don't know if it's good at all, but everybody said that.
I mean, I don't know if my weed has CBD in it, but I don't know the differences.
CBD, you don't have, the effect of the bad effect of the.
What's the point?
It's you have two molecules on that. You have the good part is CBD, and you have the THC is more toxic, is more intoxicate you, and CBD is more like a sage, calming you. It's more, doesn't have effect to change your way to think and to do things.
What's the point? What's the point?
Yeah. It's like you can take an edible with CBD and do your thing. It's very.
What does it do?
It's very. It's a soft way. I try sometimes CBD.
But if it doesn't have any effect, then what does it make you? If it doesn't make you feel any different way, then
it makes you feel good, but not with the.
Like weed makes you feel good though.
Yes, but it's one molecule make you feel good in the weed, and you have one make you maybe.
So we'll go back. Well, I'll have to ask you about this later because.
Yes.
So it's legal. Well, it's all legal, but anyway.
It's legal now. CBD is legal.
Okay. See, weed just makes everything better. It makes food better, sex better, TV's better.
Yes, I think it's make you because you can take that and you don't have any anxiety. Is less have less effect than
than marijuana.
No, like that anxiolytic everything like medication, but it's less like it's natural. It's plant on gummies, so it's a
CBD.
Yes, CBD. You can have a gummies of CBD or chocolate of CBD. You can have cake on CBD.
Oh, I thought you said sugar.
No, it's a gummies. You can have gummies on CBD.
Yeah, I have gummies. I have edibles over there, like of weed. But they might have. I don't know. It was weird when I walked into the smoke shop down the street and was able to start buying weed, like just from the cashier. I was arguing with him. I was like, no, it's not. I was like, it's not real weed. I was like, no, it's not. He's like, I swear. I'm like, no. I was like, this can't be real. I'm like, seriously? And I was like, well, how much? And he's like, 40. And I was like, are you sure? And I was like, let me try it. And he's like, I was like, dude, I've been beat a million times. I said, I've been beat before, right? He's like, it's real.
So James taking CBD in California, and I think he said sometimes he can drink a little sip of alcohol and just stop it very fast. Just take one drink and stop it. Allegedly.
Allegedly?
Yes, we don't see him. He just did that, so it's allegedly.
Anyway, this stupid fan's blowing his papers. Hold on, guys. Sorry.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, moving on to Schwartz and Sandy's.
Yeah, Schwartz and Sandy's.
Oh my God. I don't know who that guy was, but I don't want Matt to be fired either. I agree. Matt deserves a second chance. I don't know who Matt is. I don't know what Matt did.
We don't see him on the show, Matt. I don't remember.
Yeah, but I say give Matt a second chance because that's how I am. I give everybody new chances. I say you guys do what you want. Screw that guy, Greg. I don't like Greg.
Greg, because it's Greg also drinking too?
Huh?
Is Greg, because I remember I see this guy speaking with them.
I guess. I mean, he must be an investor, but they said they have control over most of everything, the final say, I guess, over stuff.
Okay.
And Terry, by the way, Terry, I did get a new binder. It's on its way, and I got smaller papers and heavier papers because the other day all you hear is when I was doing my recap. So I got a neater one, a neater binder of receipts.
You can do ASMR, ASMR with your paper and say, people, I will, like that with the paper, with the sound of this paper. You can do ASMR video and you speak like that. And you speak like that. And we do the recap.
I can't hear you.
It's ASMR, Krista. We need to do it's a joke.
Everybody else can hear you. I can't. Look, I'm too you can tell me later. I can't. All right. Yes. So yeah, I said whatever. Partner can go fuck himself. Put his cut away. Sell him his cut back. Giving Matt another chance. They need to get staffed. I like those people walk in, and I think that was a setup. Hey, are you guys open? Oh, hi, I'm Tom Sandoval. I would have been like, hey, Tom.
Yes, it's set up.
Are you show me around too? No. I love how they gave DJ his own DJ. I keep calling him DJ. How they gave James his own booth. I love it. I love it, love it, love it.
Yes, it's very nice. He do good job too.
That place looks really nice. Yeah, James got a CUNT check.
Yes, he I'm sorry to say that we always just remember James just yelling and big words, but at the end he's good at DJ for sure. When I listen sometimes, yes, he's doing good.
He's moving up. He screwed his way into the show. Then she's not on the show no more, and I love her anyway. Hi, Crazy Kristen. But like, look at him. He's come far. He's come a long way. I am really proud of James. I'm a little upset with his image, but I'm really proud of him.
He always likes this little side of little spoiled kid, but at the end he grew up very in good way. We have a good hope of him. I can see a good changing in some way with his new girlfriend too.
Yeah, I do. I feel like his little bit of his snappiness is just because he is hurt still from Raquel, and then having to see her hook up with Peter, I
think it was a little bit,
Of course, I mean, it has to be. Listen, it would be weird if they weren't. They were together for so long, like, of course, and there wasn't, they were just engaged 2 years ago. So, it is going to be hard. Like, I'm like him. I was never not in a relationship. I always jumped from, well,
I know that. Okay.
So I get that. I know what love bombing is. I understand that. And I know, like, when you're hurt, you say things like, he'll like saying, she's the love of my life, but,
But at the end, we see a good side of this relationship with him. We don't see when he interacts with his new girlfriend. We don't see, any sneaky side. He was very cool with his new girlfriend. We see him, yes, more, chill and just a big time with her. So.
And I like how she's fitting in with the group. I mean, at least she's not trying hard. I don't think she's trying too hard. I agree with her that the conversations for Raquel, they should be done now. No more. We don't need any more James conversations. She's got a lot of eyes. Like Raquel said, have a lot of eyes on him. And she says, I do. But like, he really does have a lot of eyes on him. So, he's got, the cameras on him, his friend's eyes on him, her, you know what I mean? So James if he's going to fuck up, he's going to fuck up. So, but like, he's going to do it. But like, he does have eyes on him. He knows that his job could be on the line if he drinks too much. He knows he's got a lot to lose. He's already lost Raquel once. He's lost CUNT a couple times. He doesn't want to lose again. Mm-hmm. Who would? Like, he's doing well right now. Like, and he can drink, and he's able to like moderate it, and he's working hard, and he's got the show, and he's got his new girlfriend. He's got to see Graham. He's going to have to heal from Raquel. Maybe this is a rebound. I hope not.
Rebound, he need to maybe break up to Raquel to grow more, because maybe in this relationship he was a little bit close in that role of the guy with addiction and with problem. Now he can be who he wants with someone else.
Well, yeah, and he can be who he wants. Yeah,
in some way,
and her too. She doesn't have to feel like she doesn't
like a nurse to a man who was sick. She can be loved by someone who loved her.
Yes, and I think Schwartz is that man.
Yes, we hope
Schwartz is that man.
Make the hashtag on Twitter, Raquel and Tom Schwartz forever, please.
Yes, I'm gonna start that. Yes,
and we don't say it's coming from here, but make it, okay? Everybody on Twitter.
Yeah. Oh my god, I have to plug my. Oh my god, hold on. I gotta plug my computer in. Sorry. All right. Where was next? What happened? Okay. So, oh my god. So we're getting to the part that I want to talk about so bad. Oh my god. So the lunch.
Okay. I will wait. I will take something to drink. I will come back to everybody on Twitter and Facebook and YouTube. Just
The
1 minute.
lunch.
Yes.
I cannot believe. Okay. So sitting at that lunch. First of all, I can't believe that Raquel would even go to lunch with them two mean girls.
Me too. Why?
Why?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Just
Why would you put yourself through that? Okay, so they're sitting down, and I'm thinking to myself, oh, you know what? Raquel's stronger than she's a lot stronger than she thinks she said she is. You know, she's trying, and she's been able to stand up to LALA. However, oh my god, are you there? What happened?
I'm here. I'm coming. 1 minute.
Okay, guys. Okay, so sitting at that lunch, and I'm thinking to myself, you know, LALA's been really freaking feeling herself lately, running her mouth a lot.
Oh my gosh! Also, yes, I'm so agree with you. I'm so agree with you. It's so true. So true.
What's going on here?
I'm here. I don't know.
You're there. I know. My thing's not working. My camera. Oh. There I am. Okay. All right, everybody, we're back. Okay. So sitting down at this lunch, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, what could go wrong, right? But I'm thinking, like LALA, you see her in the confessional, but you know that she said she just admitted that she did sleep with James, right? Mm-hmm. But then I'm thinking to myself, when I'm watching, they're talking about Schwartz, and then first of all, it's like, Raquel, when you're talking about the podcast, right? Why are you saying that you felt like that SHEENA was like pushing Tom on you or pushing the idea? I'm like, Raquel, okay. Why would you say that? And then turn around and just be like real cryptic about Tom, and like that you would, but it would just be a hookup because you're still hurt, but you would definitely do it. And you're thinking about it, and it hasn't happened yet though. And then it's like you see LALA. Then LALA, let me just say, I want to quote what LALA said: "Effing bodies, there will be effing bodies everywhere. If somebody sleeps with if my best friend has to go through that, and then people start sleeping with Schwartz." So she threatens violence in a custody battle that she yelled at Schwartz about.
Exactly. Do you think
she threatened physical violence
can use that against her in a custody battle?
Huh?
Do you think a lawyer can use that against her on a custody battle? Because
who knows? She seems to think that playing pickleball with her ex, that she still has custody. He still has custody of his daughter. Seems to not help her in court either, or whatever. Her in court, whatever. Then she says, "I would never even be that messy." After she tells Raquel that she did sleep with her boyfriend.
Okay.
While they were together, but you wouldn't be that messy.
Yes, it's true. So we are not also blind. We are also after capacities to read in people's mind. Are you just messing with everybody, LALA? What is going on?
Seriously. She knew right there. She goes, "Well, that doesn't change where we're at now." Yes, it effing does, bitch. Bye. I would, at that point, you can take several seats, honey, because you are that messy. You just literally threatened physical violence over Schwartz and Katie. What?
I think she's trying to get back form of virginity. Say, now I'm a mother. I was, cheating. My ex-boyfriend was so much, but I'm a victim. She tried to make a new narrative of her. She was a victim of her ex, but at the end, she get this man to break with his wife first, for sure.
Even if we forgive her on that one, right? She said it's not about the cheating, but all I keep to see with anything that has to do with custody, there is no criminal investigation against him on him at all. Nope. There's allegations, but there's no criminal investigation.
Nope. For the moment, we don't see any trial. We don't see any arrestation, and nothing. We see just some article on some magazine, but we don't see any, complaint.
There's nothing. I mean, maybe he needs some I'm not saying it didn't happen. I don't know what happened, but The fact that she's going to sit there and say, well, I cheated on him and it was with your boyfriend when you were together and I'm not that messy, but like, and then threaten physical violence because you're going to put bodies everywhere over Tom Schwartz. Get the hell out of here, right? That's just as bad as Katie calling SHEENA a troll over it, right? So, okay, so then Raquel rolls her eyes, and I'm like, Raquel, I don't even, again, why are you there? I don't understand why you, maybe go to lunch with them, but why are you discussing Tom Schwartz? It hasn't happened yet. SHEENA didn't make it happen. SHEENA doesn't put fairy dust on people and make grown adults do things. She might have, like, said Katie said it was okay when she was drunk. Katie, it did say it when drunk. Remember, Tequila Katie's crazy. She doesn't remember shit. She's a psycho. Who knows what she said? But if she said, I've been screwing people too, and Tom needs to screw other people, and then we heard about the whole thing with Raquel and Tom, and then Katie says, well, I would be opposed to it. I mean, yeah, maybe SHEENA should have thought, I wonder if she really meant that. But apparently, it wasn't all SHEENA, and it didn't even happen yet.
Yes. Did SHEENA normally leaked some text, some messages between Katie and her on Twitter, on Instagram? I don't know. Allegedly less. And did you see them?
Yeah, I saw them, and it's basically proving what SHEENA said. And Katie's saying, "I don't care what I said weeks ago." Blah, 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 blah.
Okay, so Katie lied to us and to Raquel too. Okay, LALA lied to us. Katie lied to us. Katie and LALA tried to make past Raquel like she was a mean girl, but at the end, Raquel she didn't do at all, and she was the one who was cheated by her boyfriend by one of her alleged friend, and Katie doesn't see any problem of that.
No, and the way look at the way that LALA treated Raquel the entire time.
They tried to make Raquel like the new SHEENA. SHEENA, remember during the beginning.
I mean, they've been just so mean to her. I mean, they've been so mean to her anyway, and I just feel like she's a little lost. But like, she does the things that I don't understand. She shouldn't have said what she said at the lunch because that was just opening her up for them to do what they did. I mean, I'm glad they did it because it just shows their true colors and that LALA's willing to fight people and put bodies everywhere. You know what I mean? And it's like the fact that she literally sat there, Katie. So then we watch Katie. This is the best part. Katie's doing her lipstick, getting ready to go to this thing, right? Calling LALA. Now, LALA, my best friend, Katie. If my best friend, Katie, and it's like, first of all, when did Katie become your best friend? Where's Sassy? I thought, you know what I mean?
Yes, and Kristen and SHEENA was allegedly your best friend, and Ariana.
I mean, the way they treated Kristen. I mean, when Kristen was breaking up with Carter, remember what they did to her? All she would do was talk to them, and they actually stopped talking to them about how she felt about her breakup with Carter. Just because you don't agree with the way people break up, like they gave Kristen such shit for that it was like they were so mean to her too. That I can't stand them. I don't want Katie. They're fucking mean girls. And Katie sat there. This is what you say. This is Katie who's about to open a business. A woman about to open up a business says about another woman who has a business. She says about SHEENA. SHEENA's a freaking. She betrayed her. She says bullshit. She's up to her old bullshit again. She can effing suck a dick, bitch. LALA. LALA, she's on the phone with LALA. She goes, what the hell? Oh, that's them. I'm sorry, these are my notes. These are my notes. These are my notes. Hold on. I gotta get to what Raquel said. To what Katie said. Oh yeah, Katie's on the phone with LALA. She goes like this. Well, SHEENA, karma's gonna come for her, and when her world burns apart, I'm gonna sit there and laugh, ha ha ha, and smiles.
I'm sorry to say that, Katie, you are wrong. Is the karma
wrong? Way wrong. Even if you meet the girl, why would you wish that on somebody?
I will tell you that during so much year, everybody on the show, her cast and the producer, make SHEENA look like she was 30, insane, everything like that, everything. At the end, who had a baby, who had a strong, I hope for her to have a wonderful, long love and marriage with Brock. And she had now a podcast and YouTube channel working very good. And now I want to come back to her. She had so much bad thing coming on the life of SHEENA. Now she had something like a good success in her life. And you want her to have
Put it
something.
to burn to the ground because you think that she manipulated Tom over a fucking podcast episode. She has a daughter and a husband, and you're gonna laugh if her world burns to nothing. So she loses her kid, her husband died. Like, her world burns apart, and this bitch is laughing about it and thinking she's gonna smile and laugh when another woman's world burns apart.
You know what? She really has a good title of Witch of Willow. Yes, because she is. You know what?
She's about to open her own business, and I know. What if somebody said that about her? You know what I'm saying? I can't even believe, and I'm so glad that SHEENA got to see that and then I was like literally watching SHEENA because I felt so bad when SHEENA was actually defending herself and actually trying to be Katie's friend, and I'm like, SHEENA, she's not your friend. SHEENA, she's not your friend. SHEENA, she's not. You know what I mean?
Yes,
That was horrible. She's been bullied by them this whole entire time, just like they bullied their friend Kristen. They really pushed Kristen out of the Witches of WeHo thing.
Yes.
Or they basically left Kristen hanging. Like, they just left because of her. And it's like, these bitches do not support other women.
No.
And it's Ariana going in business with her. And it's like, you're going in with business. Said something about another woman that's supposedly your guys' friend. Forget the whole friend aspect. Even if she did do something to you, Katie, why would you wish and laugh? Why would you wish on somebody? And why would you laugh when it happens?
You know what? Because I was very surprised to be Katie to be so petty and so mean to SHEENA. She knew how SHEENA go through a divorce, a miscarriage, everything like that. She had very bad parts in her life, and now she had everything.
It's disgusting. It's disgusting to say. And it's like Tom literally sitting there. I know Tom's like, well, maybe we should, what did he say about, Raquel said something about Katie or saying that she was like, they were all having a conversation and Schwartz goes, oh, don't say that. And it's like, he's still scared. He's like a battered wife.
You know what?
He's afraid of what what people say, what Katie's going to see.
Do you really think they are in a very toxic relationship together, Tom and Katie, and maybe that
Katie's just a toxic friend. If you get that angry that you want another woman's world to burn down, I mean, called her we're going to get to the other part, but like the shit that she said, like, you evil little troll. Okay. She said to SHEENA, you evil troll.
You know what? We see SHEENA growing on the show. She had so much, tough moment on her life. And now you say that to her.
Like, she didn't do anything wrong. Like, again, even if she did, you're supposed to be friends. She starts off with, I can't believe SHEENA would do this to me. She's supposed to be loyal to me. She was a bridesmaid at my wedding. But that's how you think of her, and that's what you say. And you completely listened to the podcast, and you still blamed her after listening to it. And these two people are your best friends. So this is just proof that Katie she never liked SHEENA to begin with. She couldn't. Because how do you turn on somebody like that quickly? And how do you not see it from their perspective? Like, at least know that that wasn't what you think it is and what you're trying to make it out to be, and to laugh on camera and say you want her world to burn down. Like, I just want people to remember that the next time they want to stick up for LALA and Katie, they just literally wish
I had a question, Krista. Do you think everybody about to see this show need to hear the podcast when Tom and SHEENA speaking to have the other point of view? Why it's maybe making Kathy very, upset, or there is a written in this podcast of what was said. Make her.
I mean, listen. If she wants to get mad, get a little mad at Tom for wanting to keep talking about Raquel. I mean, it's not like SHEENA wasn't forcing him. SHEENA didn't say, you better hook up with Raquel. Raquel wants to hook up with you, blah, blah, blah. They were just talking hypothetically. And it was just basically saying, get back on the horse. Like, Katie told her she wanted him to. So,
It was very funny conversation between Tom and SHEENA, and they say, okay, maybe, Raquel is...
It wasn't even private, because it was a podcast episode.
Yes, it was a podcast. It was just a conversation in podcast, very nice and chill, and he just speaking with open heart and doesn't have any, he doesn't think about any prejudice to anyone, so it was not a mean thing,
It wasn't, and Sheena is not like they make Sheena out to be like this evil little troll, manipulative, whatever.
Yes,
Like when, how? I'm sorry. Are we not almost 40 here? Like you don't. She's not sprinkling fairy dust, making the grown adults do what she wants them to do. You do what I want you to do. No,
yes,
they're
she's
not.
not a witch of people.
And then, but they're walking in together. I agree. They shouldn't. If they're hanging out and having a good time as friends, what does it matter? Because Katie went on a date and a foursome date the night before. It does make it look like that they're all together, the four of them together. But then, like Raquel said, I don't want to show up somewhere single. It's embarrassing. I know. That everybody knows how that feels, especially when it's DJ James is going to be there. Everybody's going to be there. So if they all live in 7 minutes to each other, Brock and Sheena are married. Like, why not? And I didn't know that Raquel lived there with them too. So she's like their little sister. And like it was crazy. Like whatever that was, Katie was such a CUNT to every single one of them the second they walked in.
Okay, it's
It was
very
horrible. She's like,
yes, because if he found someone during on the show, maybe he found someone working for Lisa Vanderpump. He was fall in love. Did she make that relationship break because she didn't want to have it? Can she do it? Can she do it?
I don't understand what Katie is. I don't understand. Like, she seems like she still thinks that Schwartz. She believes that their marriage would be okay if he didn't have the restaurant or the bar. She feels like she swears that Tom still wants. I don't know what her problem is. I don't know what she says. I don't know what she means by Sheena. You're ruining everything we've built. You're ruining our progress. Sheena, you're getting in the middle of this. There's no room for you.
They are divorcing. What progress they can make?
That was ridiculous.
They are getting back together. She's dating some other guy. What she said,
They're not back together.
Yes, they are not coming back together. What progress she said? I don't
know. She thinks because of their friendship. I don't know their friendship progress, their divorce. I don't know. Whatever. I don't know how she blames Sheena for that, but like, how do you take? He's vulnerable. He doesn't really. He's vulnerable because his whole world got turned upside down. But like he said, it's the healthiest decision they made. But it is definitely not Sheena Shea's problem or fault for any unprogressing that's happening. Like, seriously. She literally basically called Sheena a troll, told her whole world to burn around, and she's going to laugh when Karma bites her in the ass and burns her world down. This woman has a kid, you know what I mean? She has a daughter, a baby, a husband. Sheena Shea. That's your friend, Katie. If her world burned down, that means she would lose everything. Like, women supporting women, even so. Like, are you an asshole? Yeah, you are.
We never see Sheena said something like that about
Never. Sheena, like, come on. Again, she's like, I'm running businesses. I have a daughter. I don't have nannies. I literally don't have time to conjure up worry about you and Tom. You know what I mean? She's like, you really like I have to worry about. I don't have time to think about what you really meant when you said what you said. Like I said, if you're gonna walk into a courtroom and say to a judge, "Oh, judge, I was drunk, so what I said doesn't matter," it's a pass, right? Yeah. Don't work like that. So Sheena's just going to have a crystal ball and assume that when you were drunk, you didn't mean that Schwartz could hook up with anybody he wants.
Yes, he was not a kid. She doesn't make
Sheena doesn't know her any loyalty at this point anyway. Because she thinks you're a troll, Sheena.
Yes, it's very sad. She said that.
I was saying it.
We have, Katie.
Mm-hmm.
In the beginning of the season,
she's never happy for anybody.
She's disappointed me, really. She deceived me in some way, because she was very tough, but in some way she was not mean like that. Now we see her mean side.
She was mean when she drank tequila.
yes, but you like some other housewives.
But like she really has always been a mean girl. She's never ever supported any of her friends. She doesn't support girls. She literally didn't support Tom in this restaurant. She thinks this restaurant is the end of him and it ruined his life.
Yes.
No, it didn't ruin his life. All it did was make him open his eyes and realize, and you both realized that you weren't happy. She realizes they're not happy together. So why is she trying to make it everybody else's fault? I only agree with her on one thing. Maybe they should have kept it out of the friend group. But at that point, nothing has happened yet. Nothing has happened between Tom and Raquel. Tom and Raquel should have never been talking about it in front of Katie. Raquel should have never been talking about it in front of Katie and Lala. That open, and then literally in the podcast, it should have never been talked about there. I agree. Nobody ever should have been really talking about it because it technically didn't happen yet. But for her to then threaten violence, we got Lala threatening violence. She's got a child that she could lose, talking about custody over this. You have Katie laughing, putting her lipstick on, smiling, and she wants another woman's Sheena's world to burn down and her karma to come bite her ass, and she's gonna laugh when she loses everything over this.
I had a question.
Her decision to break up with her husband.
I had a question for you, Chris.
What?
How Katie react after the airing of the episode? It was
the what?
When we see the episode, it was a few days ago.
Well, she had to look for it because, again, like I said, they don't support other people. So Lala never listens to her podcast, Sheena's podcast, and Katie just had to look for it. So
okay. So on Twitter and Instagram, what is the reaction of people around what Katie say about Sheena? They are very bad.
What does Katie say about Sheena? Or what do people? Let me look at the polls. Let me look at the polls that I said. I don't go on Twitter. But
maybe we can have a poll to.
I did them all. Yeah, I did them on. Well, yeah, you do it in the poll. Yeah, guys, in the poll, are you on Katie's side or Sheena's side? But I'll do the polls.
Yes, but everybody else. It's very interesting because we need to know what other people are thinking.
Yeah, let me see.
Katie, she was gone too far, or she's all right.
She definitely went too far.
Yes, but
I mean, do you guys think that she should have said the things that she did? All right, so should Raquel share custody of answer? The poll for the Graham 50-50 people think that he should share custody.
Yes.
Is Lala a hypocrite? 71% people said yes on YouTube, so 29% no.
Okay.
Starting one, Katie's or Sheena's? 1,000%, 100%, 18 votes, Katie. Who's starting on Sheena or Katie the day before? 80% Sheena, Katie, not Katie. And let me look at the one on Instagram. I'll just post them too.
On Instagram.
So basically, everybody's starting to see that, like, Katie. She obviously, when she was yelling at Sheena, you can tell that she's like upset. But if you're that upset with him, why are you screwing about it? Then why are you screwing other people?
Why is to Sheena?
She got the date twice.
Yes,
and those guys they went out with were weird.
Yes, she's asking a question, so we don't know.
I mean, Lala being here. Okay. Oh, Lala needs to take a seat on Instagram. That was the poll. Yes, no, or Lala.
What is play? Oh,
the question was, should Lala wait? I asked. Wait.
They are shady on
Is Lala being a hypocrite?
People.
Yes or no? Yes. Should Raquel share custody of James? 80% no on Instagram.
Oh, we don't have.
Yeah, the other one was yes.
Yes.
And then they're on Katie. It was 50-50 on Instagram with who's starting on, Katie or Sheena.
Yes.
And Lala is, and then it was, is Lala being a hypocrite? Yes, no, or she should take a seat. It was all she should take a seat.
Oh, Instagram, I'm agree with you. She need to take a seat.
I know. I mean, look, okay, just because she was drunk and said it was okay, it's not an excuse, Katie. But I agree. I don't think it should have been talked about at all. They should have never poked the bear, or whatever. I feel like screaming, it's not about the pasta. It's about the whole thing of, like, them should have never been talking about it, and then, like, talking about it because it never happened yet. But I want it to happen, and now I want it to happen. But I feel like if you're talking about just screwing them and stuff, like, why would you say that? I would never try to tell me about my husband, right? That's weird. I'm like, oh my God, that Raquel also wasn't doing it to be mean. She's just not all the way there sometimes.
I will tell that she was not friend with Katie. She's not the friend of Katie. She was not really friend with them. She was really friend just with Sheena.
Yeah, that's why I'm kind of surprised she was at that lunch.
Yes, she was. Is why I tell you that she was friend most with Sheena and maybe Tom and Tom.
Yeah.
I don't remember to see any moments last year.
Especially Lala. Like, Lala, you respect her. Now you respect her.
I try like that. She said, "I'm mother. I try to be a respectful woman." But we know how the story who is beginning. We know it's a BG on a PG, and I don't know why. And she said, "I don't know what's happened with her ex." And she doesn't know all the accusation, and now, but you are with him 5 years, maybe 5 years, and you don't know anything. Like Erika Jen said, I don't know anything.
And you know what? Somebody slipped tonight. I don't know if it was SHEENA. I don't know if anybody's paying attention to this. SHEENA, because they were talking about everything that was on the streets about what they would hear about Randall. And SHEENA said she did hear rumors about the SD and the kitty, but nobody actually believed or thought it would be true. So basically,
There are rumors,
I'm
allegedly.
not saying that she knew, but like, And then I just go back to the baby bottle thing, and somebody had asked her that on Watch What Happens Live. Hey, Lala, you still have the baby? You still sleep with a baby bottle in your mouth?
She said that?
Well, she used to, but she said no. She phased that out, and you know what everybody else was thinking.
Mm-hmm.
She was living with Randall, and then she was down. She went on a vacation, a class. I said class trip. They went on a class trip. And she's on the phone with Randall, and she's got a baby bottle in her mouth. And she said she never stopped using it. Like, it's her comfort thing before she goes to sleep. This is a 30-year-old woman at this point. With a man who's then being accused of kitty stuff.
Okay.
I know, right? Anyway, so we finally see Brock.
Yes, but just a few minutes. It's very, and I see.
He's not there. Maybe they're not paying him.
Yes, but Raquel was almost at the same size as Brock. She's very high, Raquel.
She is tall.
Yeah, she's tall. And
I liked her outfit too.
Yes, and she remember on the beginning of the show, she said she need to lose 10 pounds. Why?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm like, she still has that mindset. Like, maybe because she feels she rejected from the pageant thing because of her age. I don't know. I think maybe SHEENA corrected her and said, you just want to tone.
Yes, but and I love the way SHEENA speak to her and try to make her better.
Yes, I love the fact that they're good friends. And it's like, I agree with SHEENA on this because, it just, now after seeing the end of it, like, maybe it should have never really been talked about anywhere out in the public, whatever. Because it just got back to Katie, and it just made her angrier, but it just fueled the belly of the beast. Like, it just made her enraged, made her tequila Katie without the tequila. She's in the bar screaming at all of them.
Yes,
you little troll! Shut up, SHEENA! Like, shutting her down, not letting her speak, calling her a troll, basically telling her to go have your stupid podcast. Like, basically dismissing her work. I'm sorry, this woman makes a living. She's been on the show as long as you. Like, what? This is your friend. Like,
yes, and she and we know we can compare their life, but SHEENA, she's very more on light, and she has very much light energy and positive energy, and she make mistakes in life, but she was not accused people like Katie do that.
It's like,
and now when I remember the surname of Witches of WeHo, I think for me Katie is on the witchy side, but on the bad witchy side, she's very
mean. She's just a mean girl. She's not a girl's girl. She's an actual CUNT. That's the definition of a CUNT. You're not a friend. She literally has basically been putting down Schwartz and Sandy since it started.
Yes.
She thinks it's a mistake. She thinks that friggin', she wants, she wishes a WeHo was shitty. She made fun of Kristen for having a t-shirt line. She literally used to make fun of podcasters. Back when Stassi left for New York with that guy who was a podcaster, then she's literally basically saying that she wants other women's worlds to break, fall down or whatever. They've never listened to an episode of SHEENA's podcast. So you're basically laughing and then you're like, no, I don't listen.
If she make a podcast after that episode.
They probably have one. I think LALA has one. Yeah, LALA definitely has one.
No, if she makes a podcast, I will say that she is a hypocrite. Because after everything she said about people making podcasts,
I know.
Audacity to do that. How dare she to do that? Because I'm sure she make that.
So did Vicky Gunvalson. Vicky Gunvalson, I got heard the story from Kate. There's a podcaster, I forget her last name, but anyway, she's real popular. Her name's Kate, but she's Kate Casey. And she's basically been, one of the top podcasters. She's been around a really long time. She's number one. She's a woman podcast, whatever. But back in the day before, she was one of the only ones getting paid. Back before it was a thing, she had wanted to interview Vicky Gunvalson, and she laughed and said, basically making fun of podcasting, saying, who would ever do that? This is Vicky talking.
Yes,
and fast forward years later, now look at it. Now she's like flipping out because she wants to have one with Tamara.
Yes, but Tamara and
it's Freddie. What's their name? Freddie Fetch.
And Teddy. They are doing a good podcast.
Freddie Fetch.
No, Tamara and Teddy. Tea in the pods.
Tamara and Freddie Hellenkamp. That is Freddie Hellenkamp. That is Fetch. It was a podcast that was failing. Tamara saved it. She's going to dump Teddy the second OC airs.
Yes,
she's going to dump Teddy. Watch. Freddie. Freddie wasn't even invited to the MTV Awards, and her dad is Jack and Diane.
But I love her dad. He wasn't nice.
It was so crazy. But anyway, so Tom undermines their friendship. That's what Katie. I'm writing down everything Katie said. So Vegas drunk Katie said it's okay. Trying to be nice said, told Tom to fuck. Raquel is trying to talk to James. Tom undermines his friendships. I don't believe so. I disagree with that. Immature bullshit all over the place. SHEENA tears us apart. Yeah, basically, yeah. SHEENA is tearing them apart. A two-faced liar, and she's breaking up Schwartz and Katie's friendly divorce friendship thing. But that's it for that. And then I watched Watch What Happens Live, and James was on there, and he was just. They asked him a couple questions about the whole thing with LALA. He clearly doesn't understand how wrong it was, and it wasn't nice to be mean to Raquel about it. But again, at this point, let's just all move on because LALA's a hypocrite. Katie, and they're threatening violence. They're both literally one episode talking about, I have a custody battle coming up, and you ain't with me, you're against me, and I have things to lose, and blah, 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 and you playing pickleball with him can be an issue. Look, I get it. You don't want them to you don't want people hanging out with them. I understand that. But you're not a hypocrite to sit there and try and say that it's going to hurt your custody case. Nothing can hurt your custody case unless you do it.
Exactly.
You have to do something wrong for your custody.
You did perfectly everything.
It's not illegal to hang out with people.
Exactly. You can do that. You can do wrong with people, but she did it.
You can be a slimy, grimy.
Yes, she created her own situation.
And she laughs about it. She thinks it's a joke. She thinks it's funny that she did all these things. I don't think it's funny because you made us like this stupid guy. You made us believe that you changed. And I am just waiting for her. I really hope this doesn't happen. Because all I'm thinking to myself is, I believed everything she's been telling us for years now, right? I believed it all. And then when she turns around and just admits to all these things that she just lied to us about, stuff with him, about James, and it's and then you chastise all these people, and random man, blah blah blah, and if she comes back and says she wasn't sober the whole time, I'll be so sickly disappointed. That would be it for me, because that would just be I've always been honest when I relapse. You know what I mean? And you're on so many lies, and I get it, man. You're pissed. You're pissed off, but you got the bag. You're holding. You got the money. You have your daughter. She's beautiful. You planned her. You don't ever have to see this dirty old man again. Maybe he should have custody of his daughter. I don't know. I am not the judge. I'm not the jury. I'm not the court, but I'm also not the investigators.
Yes, we just hope for her daughter, she had two parents who love her.
Yes, and maybe I hope that it doesn't have it. Maybe he didn't do it, and then exhaust all this time with his daughter. That's only
and just everybody can be clear on this situation. We hope just the best. Really, we hope. I prefer
for everybody. For everyone.
We are very positive about that because we see.
We don't wish people's worlds to burn up and down. We don't want to rain down on people and ruin their worlds.
You know what? Because it's the best advice to say anything. If you are in a bad situation in your life, don't make wish to other have a bad thing and negative in their life, because it's coming to you after that.
You're getting ready to open up a business.
And yes, and you know what? What I see with Katie, I don't know her personally,
She's
we
just
don't
an
take it on
asshole.
the
She's mean.
show.
She don't like.
What
I
we see during all this year, she was so much against so Tom Sandoval. She was always so mean on the beginning of the project of this bar. Or say, I can
yes.
come with my ID too. I can go. I can home. And what Tom said to her? Do your own thing. And Tom Sandoval also. And you know what? She always said to Tom Sandoval, "You are a misogynistic guy. You are a macho. You are that." She always say that. It's true.
Remember when she made Lisa fire DJ James Kennedy because she worked there and because he referenced her weight, and she made James lost his job over Katie giving Lisa an ultimatum.
About her
You know
weight,
what I
but
mean?
you know what you
She's
make.
never happy for anyone, man.
Yes, and you know what, when Ariana said
Yeah.
about Tom Sandoval, he said, if you want to have a business, go on your holiday. Ariana, she was very, an independent and very feminist woman, and she was
Yes.
happy with Tom. He treated her with respect.
I
Who
love that together.
can say Tom Sandoval, he was a misogynistic guy? Who can she say?
Never.
Because he always support Ariana during his depression, always nice to her, always defend her when she needed. He doesn't let his woman like that. And you know what, Katie, you come to him, to his dream, because he had his dream with his best friend. Always she do that. And now what she can do about the bar? Now the bar is open.
And she's there, and it's like she says she feels out of place. Well, it's like you literally just you weren't happy that you weren't happy for him at all. You made him cry about it. He said it's too soon to see if this bar was if this bar calls our divorce, whatever. He's still trying to make mourn his divorce, but like she just basically told Raquel off, told Sheena like nobody really probably wants you there at that point.
I really see that she want to isolate him in some way. You can be friends with that people. You can speak with that people. You can go out with that people. And
she is still trying to control him.
Yes, and sometimes when you said it in front, he was afraid of her. It's not normal to be afraid of your other partner. It's not normal to be afraid.
I know. Remember Tom Sandoval's like, he's a battered wife.
You know what?
He was at that point.
Yes, because you know what? I think Tom Sandoval was, the backup.
He's his good friend,
of Tom, and he was here to helping him. Now we see on some, articles there are, had some separation of the LLC. I hope they are friends. I really hope they stay friends because he helped so much.
Yeah, Tom Sandoval is the ultimate friend because think about this. He stayed friends with that piece of shit after he slept with his girlfriend, right? Tom Sandoval stayed friends with that stupid piece of shit after he slept with his girlfriend, his best friend's girlfriend. He slept with Kristen. And Kristen slept, and it was like his girlfriend's best friend and his best friend's girlfriend. That's what Jax did. And Sandoval stayed friends with him that whole time and always forgave this piece of shit, always stuck by him, even at his wedding when Jax was treating him like dog shit. Yes. Still fucking did shit for him.
So true. He helped James Kennedy. He helped James Kennedy to this engagement. He helped everybody. He helped also, I think Brock with his fitness thing. He was there to everybody. And always people say Tom is too much. He's there for everyone. And
like what could you say bad about Tom? Yes. What, he yelled one time? He yelled one time at Stassi, and because he doesn't like LALA. Look, LALA's not the end all be all. Nobody has to like LALA. Not everybody has to like her.
But the Stassi, she's a good person. Do you think she's really good person? After everything you know about her, what she does, and publicly she tried to harm someone with the police and justice and make another woman in jail. Yes, you said, and she was this, thing in Paris, and she make her, absorption of podcast about, people of other color. I'm sorry, she's good person, and she make a book. Yes, I'm like a Marie Antoinette. She doesn't know who is Marie Antoinette. She doesn't know at all who is she, because she doesn't know her own history of her country. And people say, but we need Stacey. No, we don't need Stacey. We don't need her, because you know what? Stacey doesn't help her friend. She just throw Kirsten under the bus like that when LALA come with her new boyfriend Katie too. she threw her best friend under the bus.
Yep.
Like that.
Yep.
Remember, she mocked SHEENA. She bullied SHEENA with LALA and Katie so much here. And
She
you
used
know
to get so she used to get so nervous and so much anxiety when she would have to go hang out with them. I used to watch it feel so bad for her.
she said it. She said it. She said she almost had eating disorder with all the stress with Stacy, LALA, and Katie. She said it. It's not. I don't lie. She said it. You know, she was so much anxious. She had anxiety. She was scared to go to make the show with them because she was bullied. And you know, the editing was not fair during so much here.
Yeah.
For SHEENA when Stacy was there. The bus, yeah.
And then they were showing back all, but I like it. They're showing back all the scenes with Katie when what they would say to SHEENA. Like I remember all those scenes when they were like, "SHEENA, you're this and you're that," and like it was such a. With me then.
You know what? The karma is coming to them because now we see the result of all her action and consequence. Stacy paid the price of of the fact she doesn't have any empathy and hurt to anybody than her. You know what? We see the consequence.
And then last, sorry.
And Jax, we see too.
Fucking Jax, dude. Last season, when everybody was not messing with everybody, kind of was like nothing to do with LALA. All the friend group kind of were like against LALA. That's when she decided to kiss everybody's. You know what?
Yeah.
And then she still tried to get like SHEENA and Brock kicked out of the have to go home at the engagement, remember, because they tried to like hijack the engagement party and all the shit they gave SHEENA for that when Brock was trying to like get engaged on Raquel and James's honeymoon, or no, not honeymoon, engagement party.
Yes.
Like they tried to make SHEENA look like a fool and like her last would be that. It's like,
and you know, always try to make the editing against her, and now we see the face of everybody, the true face coming. And now we see the face of bittery from Katie.
It's finally, it's like literally you just see now, this is them evolved, and Katie is not. Katie still, which is like, she just acted like, I couldn't even believe the shit she's saying. And I don't want to hear from Adam that, oh, Lala's different off the show, and that's not their real person.
No. I'm sorry, but it's just a question. We see what's happening in the show. We have the editing, but after the show, in social media,
exactly.
She made good decision with the Balenciaga thing.
Exactly. I've seen Lala's text message nastiness. Okay.
Yes, but when we see about LALA, she was on her personal life take decision to go with someone who already in a relationship. She doesn't know the truth. Everybody tried to tell her a truth, and she makes so much scene during all the reunion. Say, you came to speak about my man. He doesn't want to be on the show.
If anybody even brought him up in a negative way, she screamed, "Brand the man. He's the man. Don't you talk about him like that." Like,
yes, exactly.
Okay, well, which one is it?
When I think what she's experiencing now, she doesn't have the power on show because she not with her man now, because she doesn't have the glamour of that thing. Remember when SHEENA explained she was miscarried and she wants her friend come, and she said, "I can come. I was with Machine Gun Kelly and Megan
I know.
And I'm sorry, but are this person are there for you now? Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly? No, we don't know.
They're like not even together, right?
Yeah, allegedly, we don't know. Allegedly, they are together. They are not, break up their engagement. But we see that. So it was a good show to this episode.
It was good, and there was a lot of stuff. A lot of people showed their people's true colors showed tonight.
And I tell you, this is the year of the Pisces and Aquarius people. It's a Saturn in Pisces, so get your thing together. We see the true face of everybody on the world. Your friend on the show.
Is that true?
Yes, Saturn in Pisces, it make that. And it make that.
Well, it was definitely a good show, and thank you for hosting it with me. It was a good hour. It was actually, the show was an hour and a half, so it makes sense that we did an hour and a half live, almost an hour and 20 minutes live.
But we have a good fun moment, and we can speak, and I speak slow. We can make some, debrief after that. I will stay behind and we can just 10 minutes.
Yeah, and I have to do all right, so I forgot to post, I have to schedule it, but tonight around 9 o'clock, me and housewife historian Lindy, we have an announcement. We're gonna make an announcement on it'll be on both our channels, but
Okay, but
on tonight.
we can stay because we can stay in 10 minutes in streaming and just cut off the live, and we can make a debrief of everything, and we can be better for the next hosting together. Maybe I had a baguette or croissant with me, guys. Maybe.
Are you gonna go on camera?
I'm very shy.
36 things before you go to bed on your face.
Okay, I will for sure. I promise you, everybody.
You're so beautiful. Why not?
If we take 3K of followers on the channel of Krista.
3K?
3K. How much you have?
All right, wait, hold on. We're at
okay.
173 something. So 17.
At 3K, I will make a live.
That's gonna take a while.
Yes, no, it's a challenge. So everybody on Twitter, Facebook,
all right.
everything. If you have 3K, I will go on live and with a baguette and croissant.
What's the point you having that if nobody can see it? Look at my camera's on stuff.
Yes, but when I do, but no. So I will do my camera. I will open my camera on 3K subscriber. I will do a beret like Emily in Paris, but guys, and who is playing Pierre the stylist. In Emily in Paris, I don't see. They have Pierre Cadeau the stylist in Emily in Paris. It's a whole guy say ringard, like that.
No.
But you need to see. It's my neighbor on the other building. I have the Pierre Cadeau. It's my neighbor. So
I look like I'm going downhill, don't I? I'm like crooked or something. Oh, look at the kitty. Okay. All right, guys. Well, thanks for everybody coming. There's a lot of people watching, actually. Twitter, it's crazy. Twitter has all right, so all these views I get on these other socials never transfer over here, but we've had 70 people watching at one point. So everybody's hanging up now. Everybody's getting ready to go. But everybody, thank you for subscribing, all that. And I will see you, I don't know when, later on tonight for that one thing. And then next week for whatever's coming next week. I'm too high to think about it. But so subscribe, all that, share, like, comment, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. And I have to end this. Okay, guys. Oh, Gabby, say bye real quick.
Bye bye. Au revoir les gens. Au revoir.
Bonjour.
Bon.